Alright, so I picked up the other day off of Craigslist for $1,000 a little RX-7 with a Ford 302 and C4 in it, and it was in non-running condition. Well, I got it fired up, and then the radiator had a pretty bad leak, and it looks like the bottom of the radiator had made contact with a curb and pushed it into the fan. So it's a plastic fan, and I mean, it got a fair amount of damage, but this spot in particular in the center had one heck of a leak, and obviously you're not getting too far like that. So I've always carried this quick steel compound, or I guess this is the JB Weld brand, which they call SteelStick, and it's supposed to be a really good epoxy for aluminum and metal that you can machine and whatnot. But anyway, I've always had this with me in case I got a rock into my radiator and I had to patch it to get somewhere. So this looked like the perfect opportunity to test this out. So anyway, as you saw from the pictures, it was a pretty nasty gouge, and I drained the radiator fully, laid it on its backside so there's not anything touching or any fluid that could be dripping out of the radiator here. I cleaned this all with paint prep and whatever compound so it gets all the coolant gunk off and we could get a good seal. And I went ahead and applied this stuff and just slowly pressed in with my fingers as it hardened, and it's supposed to set up in 60 minutes, but I gave it a good 24 hours. So anyway, right now I got the radiator. As you see, the ends are all taped off, and I filled the radiator completely full, and it's not leaking at all, but you know, who's to say what it's going to do under pressure? So I figured this was a good little test for this stuff, and this is what I've kept it around for anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and install the radiator in the vehicle, see if we can get it fired up and see if she can hold pressure. But so far so good. I'm pretty impressed. Alright, so today I got the radiator back in the 302 powered RX-7, and I was going ahead and rebuilding the carburetor, so I can't really fire the engine up to test the radiator, but I do have this cooling system testing unit from Midivac, and what you do is you take the radiator cap and put the Midivac cap in its place, and then you pump it up to your radiator cap PSI rating. So this particular cap only is at 10 PSI. So I've had this radiator pumped up here for like about 30 minutes now, and it's still holding its original value. So we can see that our quick steel, or whatever it is, JB Weld compound, is holding up very well under pressure. So that's tremendous. It's obviously gonna work since we're not gonna be running any higher pressures than this. But anyway, that's tremendous. So definitely something to have in your toolbox if you do any off-roading or anything of that nature. So I've always had a stick of that JB Weld compound with me, and it does pretty darn good. So it's the first time I've tested it, and obviously I see that it's good to have it around. So anyway, there you go. JB Weld Quick Steel can fix your radiator on the fly.